Hey guys, this is Bales. I'm looking at NBA Player Models here at FantasyLabs and wanted to give a very quick overview of everything that we're offering this year in Player Models, which is our flagship tool that allows you to build, customize, and backtest models and ultimately build lineups. And I'll have more advanced tutorials on each aspect of this in our support area. So the idea behind Player Models is, of course, to build models rating different stats. And the thing that we do differently is we immediately backtest it for you. So you can tell us how important different stats are, things like the matchup quality, Vegas, price, our projected points per dollar, which you can actually edit within the models if you disagree with us. Everything, you click update, we'll show you how many points above or below expected based on salary. The top 5% of players in that model would have scored historically on whichever site you're looking at. So right now we're looking at DraftKings. You can sort it by position, also by slate. So when you find a model that you like, your players will be rated over here. These ratings update in real time based on new information. So things like Vegas line changes, if there's a scratch, and we edit the projection, obviously. Everything is edited for you and it updates based on all of this changing data, which is very important. Player value is a fluid thing. We also have news, and we have the most up-to-date news. We get news in before anyone else, not only in daily fantasy, but really in fantasy sports. We have the most data-driven, comprehensive, and timely news updates in basketball and other sports as well. Then we have a lineup builder, so you can optimize a lineup based off of your model. So that's the purely mathematically best lineup. And you can save that and it'll go to this lineups tab right here. And so you can see your lineups there. I'll show you that in a bit. You can also build a lineup in the traditional way by selecting players, locking them in here, selecting whoever you would like in your model. You can build that and save. If you don't build an entire lineup and just lock in a few guys, you can save it as a group. And so we have a new tab called My Groups where you can build cores of players that you can generate lineups around. And the final way to build lineups is to generate multiple lineups. And so this will consider every player who you have liked. And so we have this ability to select your own player pool. So you can go through each position. So we're looking at point guards on DraftKings. If you'd like to unlike all of them, you can do that and pick the ones who you like. They will show up in my pool. All the rest will be excluded. And these are the only players that would be considered as point guards in your multiple lineups that you generate. So we can do the same for shooting guards and pick a few, and you'd go throughout the positions. I'm just going to like all right now just so we can generate lineups. But when you build that player pool, you can generate these lineups. You can select anywhere from 2 to 500. So we'll do 50. You can set a variety of other parameters. Max exposure is one, the max number of lineups or percentage of lineups you'd want a player in. So we'll say we want no player in more than 50 lineups, generate lineups, and we will get 50 lineups that have the top values in no more than 50% of those lineups, as you can see here. And so you can go through, look at those lineups in terms of their projected ceiling, their rating. After the fact, you can go back and look at the actual points they scored, the ownership average, which is actually projected ownership that we're doing this year. You can select the lineups you like. When you find those, hit save lineups, and those will also go to the lineups page. So now we have 52 lineups generated based off of our model. You can edit the lineups if you just if there's a late scratch or something and you don't want, say, Bosch in this lineup, click edit. He'll go back to the lineup builder. You can put in a different forward, hit save, and that lineup will be resaved in the lineups page. You can see all of the exposure here. There's a bunch of other things you can do, sort by ceiling, rating, everything. And then you can ultimately export these into a file that you can upload right to DraftKings and FanDuel to enter contests immediately. So there's a variety of other little features within player models, but that's the basis of what we're doing, is giving you every single piece of information, every tool, every metric that you need to make good decisions and build winning lineups in daily fantasy basketball.